Hello, welcome to Cow-Free Kicks. This is another leather-free shoe review today. Before I get started on the review, I want to say a massive thanks to everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far. If you haven't subscribed, just take 2 seconds to click the subscribe button below. And also, if you do subscribe, you'll be automatically entered into future sneaker giveaways. And if you haven't seen one of my videos before, I look into 5 main things when I review a pair of shoes. And at the end of the video, I give them an overall rating out of 5 stars. Let's get straight into this video that is all about one of my sneakers of the year so far. It is the Nike Air Zoom Type. I can't help but be impressed by what Nike and the Nike 354 Creative Studio have done with this old, previously unreleased Nike Zoom Air prototype sneaker. Now they've released it, I'm so happy they did, because what they've done, I think, is create an incredible sneaker. Now looks wise, if this was in a boxing division, it would be a heavyweight, because I think it pulls a lot of punches in a lot of different areas, starting with the main feature for this sneaker, which of course is this Zoom Air midsole, which is dual layered. You've got an upper layer here, which is separated by a hardened plastic TPU that runs all the way through the sole, right around the back, and all the way through to the other side. But as you can see, it doesn't quite make it through to the other side of the shoe. Then underneath the TPU plastic, you've got these Zoom Air bubbles both sides. On the left hand side of the sneaker, it's in red, and on the right hand side of the sneaker here, it's in green. It's exactly the same on the other shoe. So on the inner of your foot, you've got green, and on the outer, you've got the red. Now, it is such a good looking shoe. I love how chunky this mid is, and when we get onto the comfort section, you'll just see how much I fell in love with this shoe more. The upper is full synthetic suede. I really like the exaggerated stitching detail here, and also on the synthetic suede around the heel cup of the shoe, there's some more exaggerated stitching. You've got a hardened Nike heel pull. On the inside of the shoe, you've got a little bit of comforting here around the heel of the shoe. Now there's very little to do with this upper. This synthetic suede is very, very thin and incredibly lightweight. The tongue is very lightweight, a little bit flappy, but you've got a little branding here. You've got some more synthetic TPU detailing on the sides of the laces. You've got the Nike swoosh, which is printed on with a little bobble effect, which I quite like. And then you've got a lot of perforations here on the toe box with some 3M detailing. When you move around to the bottom of the sneaker, you can see here the exaggerated Air Zoom bubbles and the effect they have on the sole of the shoe. Now the sole of the shoe is a little bit indented here, so it does swoop in. That really does impact the comfort you get from these Air Zoom bubbles, because they do impact the floor. And then you've just got a little bit more square detailing on the back with the Nike tick. Let's have a look at these on feet now so you can see just how good they look. Now, as you can see from that video, when you put your feet together with these sneakers, these Zoom Air type bubbles do create a little bit of a distance between your feet. So it's not like most sneakers, when you put them together, there's hardly any distance between your feet. With these do protrude slightly. So the only downfall I would say is if you're going to go driving in them, just be careful when you're changing pedals and you just don't want to put your foot down on the brake and the accelerator at the same time. That's all I'm going to look out for where I'm wearing these. Next, I want to move on to their comfort. Now I'm going to put them on the curb to see how comfortable this huge Zoom Air type midsole is. Comfort-wise, they are unrivaled. I haven't had a pair of sneakers this comfortable, maybe ever, maybe in a long time. Maybe the first time I tried on a pair of Ultra Boost STs where you get that thicker layer of Ultra Boost and that ultimate comfort all the way through the sole of your foot. That is what is offered by this Zoom Air type midsole. You're getting this incredibly chunky midfoam, which is incredibly soft, but also offers great bounce back and responsiveness. And then in the toe area, like I showed you earlier, the curvature of the sole of the sneaker here takes into play the Zoom type air bubbles, which really makes the toe box as well incredibly well supported, and they are nice and cushioned and bouncy. Overall, an incredibly comfortable shoe. You've got a little bit of padding on the heel cup here. There's not much to offer on the top of the sneaker, but you don't need any because it's an incredibly soft and lightweight synthetic material. Overall, incredible comfort, and I really would recommend these to anyone that's looking for just something that is incredibly comfortable. I wouldn't run in these sneakers. I wouldn't say these are a performance running shoe in any way. These are definitely a lifestyle sneaker because I don't think you get the support from the upper you need to be a full-on running shoe. Next, I want to pop these on the scales to show you how much they weigh. 361 grams isn't a bad weight for the shoe. It is heavier than I would normally like, but look how chunky this midsole is on the shoe. That's where all the weight is. The upper is incredibly lightweight, probably weighs next to nothing. The 361 grams is probably 99% made up of this huge midsole, which offers so much comfort. I don't mind it weighing a little bit more than I'd normally like to see. Next up, I'm gonna put the smoke through these sneakers to see how breathable they are. As you can see, there are a lot of perforations in the toe box area of the sneaker, and it also runs into the tongue. The perforations stop here though at the end of the toe box, and you don't have any other real breathability that's offered in the rear part of the sneaker. But the fact is, these holes go straight through to your feet. They're going to be completely useless when it comes to being water resistant or waterproof in any way, but breathability wise, the months are getting hotter now. These are going to offer a lot of breathability because of that straight through airflow that you're going to get to the toes on the shoe. Now I want to move on to their price. These cost me £130. I think that's a really reasonable price. A lot of sneakers at the moment are creeping up to the 110, 120 mark. These are a little bit over that, but overall what you're getting in this shoe, looks wise, comfort wise, weight and breathability, everything coming together, overall what you're getting is a 5-star shoe. An easy 5 stars for me for this shoe because I absolutely love it. The one sticking point I know with a lot of people is going to be how it looks from a bird's eye view because of the fact that these air bubbles do stick out. But I think it's a little bit of added character to a sneaker, especially when a lot of sneakers out there at the moment aren't really looking too different and creative. But these are absolutely brilliant. Now I'd love to say a massive thanks to everyone that subscribed to the channel so far and offered so much support. If you haven't subscribed again, just take 2 seconds to click the button below. You can also follow me on Instagram. Thank you very, very much for watching and hope to see you again soon for another one. Thanks for watching, bye.